folks, today we are taking a closer look at some aluminum hooks by the company Prym. So Prym is a German company, and these hooks normally in the United States where I'm from have to be special ordered. The Prym hooks that I have seen at your average craft store, maybe your Michael's, maybe even your local yarn shop, tend to be the hooks that are made out of plastic. They'll have an ergonomic handle with them. These Prym hooks I ordered from Amazon. It was the only place I could conveniently find them. The sizes I'm looking at today are a 4.5 millimeter and a 5.0 millimeter hook. These hooks were acquired in December of 2023. I will have a link to Amazon where you can purchase these hooks, but they are not affiliate links. I will get no commission off of that. So in this video, I'm going to be comparing these hooks to some readily available and some not so readily available aluminum hooks here in the United States. One of the first questions people might have is, how do Prym hooks compare to an inline hook or a tapered hook? So in my hand I have a Susan Bates inline hook where you see that the hook is a uniform thickness all the way through, and it has slightly different profile there. Versus this is a Boy hook from the Boy company, and it is a tapered hook. You see how the head kind of tapers down into the throat, and it looks slightly different in profile. So first question, would Prym hooks be considered inline or tapered? Well, in my opinion, you do have a slight tapering here, but it is slight, and you do see that the head of this hook here slightly flares out from the throat. So is it inline, is it tapered, or is it some kind of hybrid in between the two? What do you think? This is something that I think might be a little bit open to interpretation here. But if I compare this to the Boy hook, which is a standard tapered hook, you see a similar kind of bulbosity here that then goes down into a narrower throat and then on into the shaft. So let's compare two hooks of the same size. Here I have a Boy brand 5.0 millimeter hook, and here I have my 5.0 millimeter hook in the Prym. When I put them side by side, we see that the Prym hook is ever so slightly shorter. We also see a slightly longer thumb grip here and a slightly narrower thumb grip. When we look at the heads, let's see how they compare. So you see how in the Prym hook, it does kind of cut in a little bit more. You have that notch in there versus in the Boy hook, which is more of a straight line or almost a little bit of a bulbosity there. You also see how the Boy hook is slightly more pointed, whereas the Prym hook is rounded off. And then in profile here, you also see some slight differences in how those hooks are formed. You see how the Prym hook kind of goes up in a slightly less acute angle in the throat than the Boy hook, which is a slightly sharper angle. So those are the differences that I've seen and noticed in these two hooks. Now let's compare the Prym hook to a hook that is no longer being used, but it is one that is very popular in the crochet community, and that is a Hero hook. Now this Hero hook was made in the United States, so it is not the German company, and it's not even the same size. This is a size I versus what would be a size H hook, but it's the only one I have, so I thought we could still do some comparisons here. So first question is size. How do they compare in terms of size? You see that the Hero hook is slightly longer. You see that the thumb grip starts a little bit higher up than the Prym hook. It's slightly shorter and it is slightly wider. More importantly, how does that head do? How does that head perform? Well, let's look. So if you look from the front, the Hero hook, the head almost is completely in line with that tapering versus the Prym that bulges out a little bit from that tapered neck. As you come around, you start to see that both hooks kind of cut in a little bit and have that place where the yarn can just hook up in the throat. But you see that the Hero is a lot more of an acute point, and the Prym is a bit more rounded here. You see a similar, more acute angle on this edge than you would on this one. Also from the front, the Prym hook is more rounded, and the Hero hook is almost blunted off like a trapezoid. As you continue on around, you can see how both of them again have that nice little neck, that nice little throat where you can pull the yarn through, and you can see from the back how the Prym also has that bulge. You can see it in profile versus how straight it is from the back on that Hero. So again, slight differences from the 5.0 millimeter and the 5.5 millimeter here, but I think that the comparison still holds. So let me know in the comments, are you interested in trying the Prym brand of standard aluminum hooks? Or have you found something that you absolutely love and you wouldn't trade it for all the world? I would be interested to find out what is it about your favorite hook that makes it your favorite. If I'm not your cup of tea, thank you so much for listening this long. I do appreciate it, and I do hope I'll see you again soon. Bye.